We're here with our homeowner, and we've been a little bit negligent in doing these video diaries because a lot of this involved opening up living space and then having to get it closed up and taking down beams and having to get them back up so that people could walk on floors and things like that. So, you know, we're just trying to catch up right now. This is going to get covered up. David, can you just tell us a little bit about how this was done? The background is we had failing floor joists on this second floor, so it's the flooring for the second floor, ceiling for the first floor, holding up the house. Had been compromised by a local plumbing company who made some penetrations way outside of code that caused the 2x10s to fail, and so they all had to be replaced. Well, basically the only way to replace them was to come in from the outside, because the 9 inch and 9 inch material had to be replaced by 9.5 inch I-joists as per the structural engineer, and then that was where we pick up with the homeowner.
Yeah, basically they had to take the soffit down and then take the siding off the house and then get into this support beam, and as you were saying, and then send in the I-joist straight because they couldn't take them inside and flip them up because there wasn't enough room.
Right.
So they had about 19 joists that they had to do all down the whole family room.
Right.
Could only do about 4 or 5 a day because they'd have to put it in and sledgehammer it, and then the floor had been sagging, so when it got to the middle, it stuck. So they would have to bang it in and pull it in a little at a time.
Right, so it was rejacked in the middle of the floor,
right,
and then rejacked over at the perimeter. Let's go inside and take a look at what that looks like inside. All right. Here are the I-joists, and these allow for the plumbing penetrations that were existing in the 2x10, which also could have accommodated the plumbing penetrations had they been placed according to code, but they were at the very bottom and very close together in the middle of all places of most of the floor joists, and that's why they were failing. So here's where we came in. And as David was saying, they got about 5 done a day, and basically came in with the 9.25 inch I-joists, 9.5 inch I-joists, and they are now supporting the plumbing, which has all had to be rerun through. The entire home's plumbing has had to be rerun through the I-joists and so on. And then let's go in here and do the beam. The main support beam of the house, inexplicably, these are the 2x10s are held up with strap hangers, underneath which is required to be a main support beam. It was, David, you want to describe what it was?
Basically, it was about 6 pieces of plywood pieced together side by side and then nailed together and then put up, but they were never nailed to the joist, right, or any of the support beams. So what was happening was they were this support beam that was made out of plywood was sagging in the middle and was in fact not supporting anything. No. So this whole section of house was not being supported. Compromised.
So basically what we did is we built a temporary wall here and jacked the other side, and I mean, this is a travertine floor. I mean, and we've got a Brazilian hardwood cherry, $13,000 of Brazilian hardwood cherry, 3/4 inch no less, upstairs, right above this.
Right.
And as per the structural engineer's instructions, we got in and he had the support wall built, everything, I would say 8 hours?
Basically, it took them
7.5?
5 to 6 hours, about 6.5 hours.
Right.
We got here at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and left at 11:30 last night.
I thought it was, we got here at 4, okay. All right, so yeah, all right, so we got the support wall built. He modified the microlam beams, those are triples he's got there, and then we went to go scab. We actually over-engineered this because we went to go scab insofar as we assume any inspector is going to lock on to that split. That was another thing. Do you want to explain that, David, a little bit?
Well, apparently that was the original home builder 1985, 86, that the main support beam was actually 2 beams, which I now understand is not to code, and probably shouldn't have passed, maybe then, but not now.
No.
So you re-engineered, and on the back side took another one of these microland beams and
scabbed it
in so
to the split support beam, and then we came out. He got us out 7.5 inches, correct? We've got 7.5 inches, so we're supporting that beam as well. So this thing is rock solid. These are, this was, the rest of the floor joists were also compromised, and basically there was no entry or exit point that you could have come into with the,
right.
There's no place to get in.
In the kitchen, the joists are running the opposite direction, so there's no outside entry, so there was no way to get the new 9.5s in and flip them up. So the structural engineer instructed Judith to purchase these steel angle
commercial
beams.
steel angles, and they are at 5/16 thickness. It's just what it was going to take to hold up this level with these 2x10s in a compromised fashion. So we've got some additional cracking that was discovered when we came in here, and we're going to address that. There were some additional framing compromises that came in here. And then, David, I just want to ask you a couple of questions, because I've had some people that are waiting for me to get back with them, and I've been, to say the least, negligent in doing so. This has been a fairly intensive labor.
Well, no, this has been a horrible situation for you and for us. I mean, we first...
No, it's not horrible. I mean, I'm just saying, as far as the amount of labor involved.
It's extremely time-consuming,
right.
labor-intensive. We first
let me just turn that off.
Talked with you and...
Just regarding a bathroom design. And, that's Santiago. Let me just... that's Santiago on the top. But
yes,
just basically, we were just doing an average, everyday, very nice Carrera bathroom design.
Remodel.
That's all we were doing.
Right. And unfortunately, we had a leak in the master shower, and when Judith's people got the floor off of the bathroom and saw the leak...
Well, then it was a structural engineer that was coming by about the closet.
Right. And
that was what happened.
And they obviously saw the joists were
failing. And we had just that day, do you remember that day I had been downstairs?
Right.
And said, just commented.
That the
ceiling.
Middle of the ceiling was
And we thought
sagging.
it was a drywall issue.
Yeah.
And we thought it was a stipple issue. But anyway, so the point is that with something of this nature, because of the fact that the house has been open, the fact that there are beams that are coming down that are major structural support beams, it doesn't allow anyone to be anywhere else but here.
No, we started this project on May 17th. Our completion date for the bathroom was June 22nd. We haven't hardly even started the bathroom except for some framing work and demo, because once this started, this has taken literally about 3 weeks because of pieces that had to be special ordered. You couldn't just pick them up at Home Depot or something that same day. You have to order them, have people drill holes. But it's also been amazing that for Judith and the people that she knew to bring in to fix something like this. Most bathroom designers might not have the expertise or the knowledge or know the people that would be necessary to complete something as extravagant as this has become.
Right, it's become a structural challenge. But anyway, that's why you can't leave something when... I don't think that you would have appreciated if I was out hunting other work or consulting on other things and designing other things while we had this half taken apart.
Because we knew it was going to be a long time, but if you hadn't stayed on it day by day,
we wouldn't get done.
Another month or so before.
And we had places open. We've got part of the house during the process. Part of the house has been open.
We have 8 people living here right now, and 6 animals and 8 people.
Yeah, it's been something.
It's
Okay.
been interesting.
All right. Thanks, David.